Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn about data types and its classification. Okay. As the name suggests, data type, that means we have different classification of data in Python programming, especially. Okay, so I have already created a video on categories of data types. How many categories are there in Python programming? There are almost 14 types of data type available in Python programming. You can check this video out from the I button. Okay. Okay, now coming to the point, what we will be discussing today is about integer data type, which is the first data type in Python programming. Okay, so integer data type is often called as integral part, integral data type also because it contains this binary form, octal form, hexadecimal form as well. The Okay, so now let's get into the PyCharm editor and try to run some code and check what are all the valid integers in Python uh, and we can use as a decimal number for integer or for int data type. If you do not have a PyCharm IDE, there is nothing to worry. You can use any IDE for yourself and follow the same procedure I'm doing. Okay, so uh, so we are finally into our PyCharm editor, and I'll try to create some variable and assign some different decimal values to it, and we'll see if those values are valid for storing a decimal number or an integer number on it. Okay, so let's create a variable a equals to 10. So what 10 is? 10 is an integer number. Okay. So now if I print the value of a and also determine the type, what I should get is I should get an int data type, right? So let's run this program from this I button. Um, and we should be getting an integer data type, which is absolutely correct. Okay, so we know that any number starting from 0 to 9 or having a decimal number which has a base 10 value is an integer number and can be stored in an int data type. Okay, so let's suppose again a1 equals to, I have created one more variable a1 and I'm assigning a value minus 10 to this. So that means it's also a negative integer number, right? I'll remove this. So minus 10 is also a negative integer number or negative decimal number, you can say. Okay, so let's again print the value of a1 and also get the type of a1, and we'll see if it's coming as an integer or something different. Okay, so let's run this again. And now see, we can see it's also an integer type. Okay, so that means we can store a positive number or a whole number. We can store a negative number, negative integer or decimal number in integer data type. Now third, let's suppose we have one more data type, variable a2, and it has a value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It is a integer data type, but it's a long data type. But in Python programming, there is no long data type available. Okay, so long data type is only available in Python 2. But if you are running in Python 3, there is no need to use long data type. It always use int, as int data type is able to contain the short values as well as the long values. So there is no need of long data type in Python 3. But keep in mind, if you are running Python 2, you should be getting an data type of long integer. Okay, so let's print the value and also the type of a2 data type, and we should be seeing int data type only. Okay, and that's absolutely correct. Okay, if you should be running this line of code in Python 2, you should be getting an option and value like long integer. Okay, so I hope this is much clear that Python integer data type contain data can contain integer or decimal numbers, can also contain negative number, can also contain long data type in within it. Okay, so let's now check about integral data types, which are binary, octoform, and hexadecimal. So if I talk about binary data type, a binary number having 0 b or 0b with a combination of 0 1 represents a binary number. Okay, so what I'll do here is go. Okay, okay, let's suppose you have created a new value x and you assigned a value 111. So, how to represent a binary number? A binary number is the combination of zeros and ones only. That means if any number which only has 0 and 1 in it, it's a binary number. Okay, but in computer programming, you need to specify that is it really a binary number or not. Okay, so because let's see, if x is assigned as a 111, this is only contains ones, that means it's a binary number, but it also a 1111. So if you create a variable like this and assign only 111 and try to print the data type of this x, it should be coming as integer number only, because see, it's simple and integer number, because we are not giving an instruction that it is properly an integer number or a binary number, because in by default Python interpreter will understand the decimal number system and consider this 111 as a 1111 and choose as a integer data type. Okay, so then how we can create a binary data variable? Okay, so to do that, we have a prefix available which is 0b and 0 capital B. You can use any, there is no case sensitive in this. So what you can do is, let's only add 0b, and now this 1111 value becomes a binary number, as we are giving instruction that 0b represents a binary prefix, and after that any number is becomes a binary number. So now if I again try to print this value, it should be also an integer number, because binary is also integer, but uh, the value of this 111 should get changed. Okay, so let's print only the value of x. Okay, so it's coming as 15. That means 1111 has been converted to a binary number. Okay, so I hope this is clear now, that how you should assign a binary value to any variable. So you should must be using an prefix 0 small b or 0 capital B, and after that any number containing 0b as a prefix becomes a binary number. So now let's again, I'll show you, if I remove this 0b, the value of the x becomes triple double one double one. Okay, let's see. Okay, so again add this 0 capital B, and the value becomes binary and it should be coming as 15. Okay, so it's absolutely correct. So now we have understood about binary number, how we can assign a binary value to any variable. Now let's see how you can assign an octal number to any variable. Similarly, the way we use a prefix for OB for representing an binary number, we also have a prefix to identify and let the interpreter, Python interpreter, know that it's an octal number. We have a prefix, having prefix 0O is becomes an octal number. I'll show you the example. Okay, so now let's create a variable x1 equals to 0 small x. I'm using the prefix. No, first let's don't use the prefix x1. Let's suppose I have assigned a value 1 2. So x1 having a value 1 2, it's a decimal number by default 12. So if I try to print the value of x1, it should give me the result as 12. Okay, yeah, so you're getting the result as 12. That means x1 is not an octal number, it's an decimal number. So how you can assign the octal number to the variable x1? So for that you need to use a prefix 0 small o, or you can use 0 capital O. Anything is fine. Okay, so now let's run this program and you should be getting the binary octal form of 12 1 2. So octal form of 1 2 is 10. Okay, so that is correct. Okay, let's suppose you want some more. I have created x2 and I'm using 0 o 1254. So what is the octal form of 1254? If I run this program, sorry, I have to print this again. X2. Okay. So now you're getting the value of 684. Okay, so the 684 is the octal form of 100 to 1254. So if you remove this 0b, you should be having the value of 1254, which is a decimal number. So you should use a prefix OB, 0b or 0 capital B for assigning an octal number. Similarly, if you want to assign hexadecimal number to any variable, you need to use a prefix of 0x or 0 capital X. Prefix 0x or 0 capital X. So any variable having prefix 0x or 0 capital X becomes a hexadecimal number. I'll show you right here. Let's suppose create a value x3 and assigning some value like let's suppose 1 2. So this is a whole number. If you print the value of x3, it should be giving an answer of 12. Okay, so it's 12. Now it's not it's a decimal number. Now if I want this to be converted in whole hexadecimal number, I should use ox. Okay, and now print the value, and I should be getting the octal hexadecimal form of 1 2 in x3. I hope this is the integer data type is almost clear. Now I'll give you a quick recap of in integer data type we can use integer number, can use negative number, we can use long and short number in you and represent it with int data type in Python 3. But to represent long data type in Python 2, you should be using long as an integer data type. Okay. And thus thirdly we saw about binary numbers, how we can represent. So to represent binary number you should be using 0b as an prefix before any number, and for octal number you should be using 0o as an prefix from before any number, and in hexadecimal you should be using 0x as a prefix. So if you assign any value using this prefix, that prefix will help understand the interpreter that what kind of number is this, and will convert the number in that particular number system. Okay, so I hope this is all clear now.